Every time your application sends a standard document to a cloud API just to extract the text, you are paying a toll. Those fractions of a cent compound into massive monthly bills for a task your local hardware is entirely capable of handling. Pushing internal company records, financial statements, and customer data out to external servers also shatters your data security model. You are giving up control over where your sensitive information lives. You can bring that control back in-house. Liteparse is an open-source, zero-cost command line tool that executes the entire document parsing pipeline directly on your machine. It handles multiple file formats, runs its own built-in OCR engine, and maps exactly where text appears using spatial bounding boxes. You get enterprise-grade document extraction without a subscription, and your data never leaves your local environment. To set this up, you need a standard Node.js environment. Open your terminal and run npm install-g Liteparse to install the tool globally. Once the installation finishes, verify the deployment by running the version check command. Seeing the version number confirms the CLI is active. Let's process a local file. Run litparse document.pdf. The tool instantly generates a structured JSON file. Inside, your document is broken down into clean data arrays containing the exact text strings. This diagram illustrates spatial text parsing. The engine maps the precise X and Y coordinates for every block of information, preserving the physical layout. These numeric values define exactly where a paragraph sits relative to surrounding elements. When you pass this spatial map to downstream AI models, they understand the visual hierarchy of the page layout, allowing them to differentiate a footnote from a main heading. If your first run takes a few extra moments, that is expected. Liteparse uses Tesseract for OCR, and it needs to download its language data models the very first time it executes. By capturing the physical layout as structured coordinate data, you turn static PDFs into queryable programmatic assets, entirely offline. This same command line workflow applies to proprietary Microsoft Word documents. Behind the scenes, Liteparse taps into LibreOffice to silently bridge legacy formats like Word, PowerPoint, and Excel into parsable PDFs before extracting the data. This is a Windows Environment Variables dialog box. If you are running Windows and the conversion fails, you need to check these settings. You must add a system path pointing directly to your local LibreOffice program directory. Mapping that specific system path ensures the CLI can successfully trigger the background conversion engine whenever it encounters a non-PDF file. Consolidating file format conversion into a single command eliminates the need to write custom Python scripts to standardize your messy corporate data silos. Text extraction has limits when you are dealing with slide decks, charts, or diagrams, where the visual layout matters as much as the words themselves. For these materials, use the screenshot command, lit screenshot presentation.ptx. This command skips the text extraction and generates high-resolution, page-by-page image files, exact visual replicas, directly in your local output folder. You can then feed these images directly to your multimodal LLM agents so they can analyze the charts and visual data. Providing vision models with perfect page layouts gives your AI agents a complete analytical picture that pure text parsing leaves behind. Moving from a single file to a massive, disorganized directory of mixed formats is where local parsing usually bottlenecks. Instead of targeting one file, execute the batch parse command on the folder, litparse-batch directory. The tool systematically works through the entire folder, automatically identifying and ingesting disparate file types without requiring any manual intervention. You no longer have to build and maintain complex boilerplate iteration scripts to loop through your files. This single command line execution replaces an entire layer of custom ingestion architecture, letting you scale up and process enterprise document backlogs effortlessly. You now have a private, production-grade data pipeline running entirely on your own hardware at zero cost. If you need specialized text recognition for specific projects, you can hot swap the default Tesseract engine for custom HTTP servers like EasyOCR or PaddleOCR. Local hardware does have limits. When you encounter highly complex multi-column layouts or incredibly dense tabular data, standard local processing will struggle to maintain accuracy. In those specific cases, escalating to a cloud-based solution like LlamaParse provides the necessary compute to handle extreme layout complexities. For standard daily operations, you have everything you need. Check out the Liteparse repository on GitHub, star the project, and start building. You can deploy elite automated document infrastructure while keeping full sovereignty over your data.